Okay, let's start about the algae general character as last minute revision for NEET classes. So normally the algae, we find that the term algae was given by Carlos Linnaeus, and the study of algae is called as phycology. And the father of phycology is called as James Smith, or Fritz is called as the modern scientist, the modern father of phycology, and the father of Indian phycology is called as M.O.P. Iyengar. So these are the history of general character of the algae. Now let's move into the nature of the algae. So normally algae are mostly aquatic and also terrestrial, but mostly they are aquatic in nature. That is either freshwater or marine water. And the plant body is always a haploid, means the plant body is always N. That is the plant body is always gametophytic. The plant body is always gametophytic in nature. Got it? So the plant body is always gametophytic in nature. And normally the plant body of algae are unicellular. In some we find colonial, that is volvox, and filamentous, that is ulothrix, or they are parenchymatous present and massively present ulva, or in some red algae, and some are siphonaceous, multinucleated type. And we don't find any tissue system in algae. And algae is certainly covered by mucilage, means we find that the algae contains the cell wall, and the inner cell wall is made up of cellulose. The inner cell wall is made up of cellulose, where the outer one is made up of pectin. And this pectin reacts with water to produce mucilage. Got it? So pectin reacts with water to produce mucilage, for which these algae are slippery in nature. And the cell wall, that the inner one is always cellulose in nature, as we have discussed, and the outer one is always pectin. And this pectin reacts with water to produce this. And these are the basic examples. That terrestrial form is Tentophila, epiphytic form, endophytic form, epizoic and cladophora, means epizoic present on the surface of the animals, endozoic present within the animal body, hydra. Inside hydra or inside sponges, we find Zoochlorella, Zooxanthella. Parasitic red rust of tea, which is a green algae, Cephalarius. That is thermophilic, that is certain chlorella are found to be present in high temperature. Cryophilic means these are found in snow. There is Chlamydomonas and Hematococcus. Hematococcus is a red algae. Chlamydomonas is a green algae. They are mostly found in snow. So snow-loving algae called as cryophylic. Cryptophilic algae is nostoc. And saprophytic, this is Vaucheria. As we all know, saprophytic, that they grow on dead organic matters. And epiphytic on tree barks. So this is all about the basic habitat with examples. Now let's move into this reproduction in algae. So when we discuss reproduction, we find three basic type of reproduction, that is vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is by means in unicellular form we find binary fission present, means single cell divides to produce two different cells. So this is by asexual reproduction, that is vegetatively unicellular form, and fragmentation is found in filamentous form. Means if the plant body is a filamentous, then we find the fragmented is present. Asexual type, that is mostly by zoospore, means spore with flagella, means motile spores. And these motile spores are found in favorable conditions. Normally, this is found in favorable condition. But these are found in unfavorable conditions. These are found in unfavorable conditions. So in unfavorable conditions, they produce a planospore or hypnospore, or they form cyst around it. And the sexual mode of reproduction is of three types. That is isogamous type, anisogamous type, and oogamous. In isogamous, the gametes are same in size. In anisogamous, the gametes are different in size. Whereas in oogamous type, we find one is the non-motile gamete and another one is the motile gamete. So fertilization between same gamete is called as iso. Fertilization with different form of gamete is called as anisogamous, and fertilization with motile and non-motile is called as oogamous. And these are its examples. That is, isogamous is mostly found in Ulothrix and Spirogyra, and anisogamous is mostly found in Chlamydomonas, and oogamous is found in Volvox, Fucus, Sargassum, Cara. But we find that Chlamydomonas is the only organism which has got complete evolution and sexual reproduction, because Chlamydomonas is the only species which can have isogamous type, anisogamous type, and also oogamous type. Got it? And Ulothrix, this origin of sexual reproduction normally comes from the plant that is called as Ulothrix. Now, normally the sex organs in algae are unicellular and there is no jacket. Jacket means they don't have any covering layer present. They don't have any covering layer and they are mostly unicellular. Whereas in Cara, they are multicellular and jacketed. In Cara, we find they are multicellular and they are jacketed. Jackets are present, covering is present. So this is the exception of this particular algae. And in Cara, we find the male is called as the globule and the female is called as the nucleule. So special name is given to the male and female, globule and nucleule. But normally, in normal form, we find that is antheridium and oogonium. The antheridium is given for male and the oogonium is given to female in normal mode of algae. But in Kara we find globule and equal are the two different terms used for its male and female structure. Now life cycles we find haplontic, mostly haplontic means maximum phase is N type, and diplohaplontic means first 2N type followed by N type, and diplontic means maximum phase is of 2N type, and triphasic means that is polysyphon present where we find mono, that is gametophytic plant, then caprospore and tetraspore. Three different spores are found to be present. One gametophytic plant will be found, and then next we'll find the caprosporophytic plant, then we'll find a tetrasporophytic plant that we have discussed in our next video. We have in a video that is called as the red algae video. And they don't have embryo. They don't have tissue formation, also they don't have embryo. Now let's move into the classification of algae. And normally the classification of algae is based on the pigments, it's a cell wall and storage food materials. So there are 4 different groups of algae present. Normally we have 11 types of algae divided, but in a syllabus we have 3 types for NEET syllabus. One is green algae, chlorophyta, brown algae, phaeophyta, red algae, that is rhodophyta, and yellow-green combined algae present, that is called as xanthophyta. But we have 3 videos present. You can watch a video that is chlorophyta, phaeophyta and rhodophyta. This is the brief description about our general character of algae. For a long video, for detailed description, you can watch our long video. Okay, thank you.